feel very proud to have a champion in Central America moving forward at the speed with which El Salvador is moving. I know progress has been made in Panama as well, significant progress. We hope that the progress in Costa Rica will be greater this year, 2025, because I know they're doing a lot of things there to get things to happen. So we are moving forward in this area. So let's move on to the ninth strategy. The ninth strategy is the one that deals with the results. The ninth strategy is the first result strategy, and it's called Scaling Hearts across the entire PHC service network. Esteban, let me begin with, in our region, we still have a significant problem, which we call the diagnostic gap. There's still a lot of people who don't know they have high blood pressure, they have cardiovascular risk. And as we know, the problem of cardiovascular mortality is a huge problem, very significant. So we are inviting people to look at this with urgency. We're not going to have coverage or control results unless we scale up hearts to the entire network of primary health care, to all the centers there. We want hearts to become the standard model for hypertension care and for comprehensive care for all cardiovascular risks. About 30% of the countries that are currently implementing hearts, only 8 have attained 80% scaling up of throughout their entire primary healthcare network. So as you see, we still have a lot to do. So the message for everyone is we have to have a sense of urgency. We can't just settle with what we have. We have to move forward and implement this throughout the network. Our standard in this field is that we want more than 80% of eligible health centers effectively implement the HEARTS model. And we want to have a scaling plan through 2026 that is aligned with the National Health Strategy. That's very important for implementation to be effective. But then let me ask Yamilien in Cuba to get ready, because Cuba is one of the 8 countries that has exceeded 80% of the scaling up. So I'd love to see a country in the Caribbean to volunteer. I don't see anyone right now, but I'd like a Caribbean country to tell us what they're doing, because El Salvador is a relatively small country. There's countries that are even smaller than El Salvador. And yet El Salvador is one of the ones that is implementing HEARTS in more than 80% of its health facilities. So, Esteban, the message you gave is key. If this is what we're doing in HEARTS is high quality intervention based on evidence and what we can do to change the way cardiometabolic disease is being treated and handled. And if we don't do this, it means what you said. We are not providing, using the best evidence, we're not providing the best program to most of the primary healthcare centers in the country. So what can we do to get things to change? Well, to reinforce this, as you said at the very beginning, if let's say my country's small and I only have 8 centers, primary healthcare centers, and I only implemented in 2, that means I am denying 75% the right to follow the highest standard. If in a big country, I have 8,000, I only implement it in 2,000, I am denying this to 75%. So if you see it from the perspective of rights, our appeal is please implement rights as